So now in this video we're gonna start with the first topic, which is time series forecasting. So time series, what are they? Right here we're looking at sales history, which is basically a time series. Why is it a time series? Because you have time in the x-axis. That's basically the definition of a time series. And in the y-axis, and this will hold true for the rest of the training, we're always going to look at sales, right? Because in demand forecasting, we're trying to forecast sales. So what is a time series, right? According to time series modeling, the assumptions within the time series is that this thing that we're seeing right now can be decomposed in the following behaviors, in these 4 different behaviors. So basically, what we're seeing right here is that you can decompose this series in a component which is trend, which is basically an increase or decrease of volume in time. Cycles, which is basically repeating, it's a repeated pattern every number of x amount of time units. It doesn't have to be 12 months, for example. When it is 12 months or when it is actually a year, depending on the time unit that you're using, then those cycles are called seasonality. But you can have cycles that are not seasonality, like for example 3-month cycles that are present in some of the products. Then you can have causal behavior, and know that these are not tackled by the time series models. Time series models are not able to capture causal behavior, but you need to understand that that behavior exists in the time series. So what I'm saying is that time series is not the same thing as time series model, right? Time series model is a statistical technique to forecast time series using these other behaviors, which is basically trend and cycles. Also present in all time series, you have noise. And noise is a movement in sales that cannot be explained. That's one thing. And also that follows no pattern. So if you find that your noise, when you measure noise, which is everything else that's not covered by trends, cycles, and causal behaviors, has some kind of pattern or repeated pattern, then there's something wrong within your assumptions. Noise, by definition, does not have to follow a pattern. So believe me or not, but if you add these 4 different behaviors that you see in the right, you get the series that you see on the left. And this is basically the assumptions behind time series modeling.